Hi, everyone. I'm your host, David. Welcome back to another episode of Live, Laugh, and Love. Today's guest is someone that is very active, a person that everybody loves. He is a walking sunshine, and everybody just likes him because he has a great personality. Joining us from all the way from Adelaide, Australia, Harry. It is so good to have you. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. First of all, how's Adelaide right now?
Oh, it's all right. Pretty cold. It's coming towards the end of winter, but nah, still pretty freezing.
I see. Well, in Ho Chi Minh right now, it's pretty hot as usual.
Yeah,
Well,
makes sense.
All right. First of all, could you tell us how life is like in Adelaide? Because I had never been to Australia in general, and I don't know where what Adelaide is like. Could you please tell us what Adelaide is like?
Yeah, so it's pretty small, Adelaide itself. It's probably one of the least populated state or cities in Australia, but no, it's pretty chill. Like it's almost like a small town. Like everyone knows each other pretty much, who you live around. Like my parents will see people that they went to school with only 30 years ago still today. It's pretty cool to see. No, but it's not too bad.
Great to hear that. Well, how's school like then, Harry?
Oh, it's a fair bit easier than BIS, can't lie.
I see.
um, got through year 10 pretty easy. I had to do half a year 10 again, but yeah, it was pretty easy. It's getting a bit
That's
difficult
great.
now. Just
Good
picked
to hear.
my year 12 subjects Thursday this week. Year 12 is the
Ooh,
last year in Australia, so getting
ooh,
towards the end
year 12.
finally.
That's
Yeah.
great. Well, Harry, what subjects you choose? That's interesting.
Oh, I chose accounting.
Ooh, accounting.
Yeah. Legal studies, which is pretty much law.
Ooh.
I chose maths, it's called math methods here, which is pretty much set two. So it's
Mm-hmm.
the second highest level of maths, and English, just normal basic English. So yeah.
That's cool. Well, that's interesting. What's it like learning about like legal stuff and like accounting? Is that
Oh,
do you guys have like a
yeah.
workshop you guys did on Thursday or something?
Oh no, we just got an
No.
email saying you just log on to this website and choose. But no, legal's really interesting, and my teacher's great as well. I love my legal teacher. She's so bubbly, always happy, always talks to you. So she's lovely.
That
But
is so
yeah,
great.
legal's amazing. Yeah, I love legal. And then accounting, fair bit different, lots of numbers, all of that. But no, I love accounting as well. Very interesting, very difficult, but I like the challenge.
I see. Well, how's like the transition from BIS to Adelaide like? Was it comfortable? Was it hard? Because I would assume it would be easy because you're from Australia, so naturally I would expect that it would have been a smooth transition. Could you shine a bit more about that, please?
It wasn't easy because I hadn't lived in Adelaide for sort of 10 years maybe.
Whoa.
But it wasn't difficult either. Like fit in pretty easily. I had a couple previous friends or friends of friends who I somewhat knew, so I fit in pretty easy. It was pretty cool, yeah. No, it was
Mm-hmm.
alright. Bit different
That's
though,
great.
very different.
I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Hearing your like Australian accent is throwing me off so much.
Yeah, it's changed a fair
it,
bit since I moved
it's
back.
yeah, for sure, absolutely. I remember like when we were science buddies in like the physics class, we were like sitting next to each other. Your Australian accent wasn't that deep, but like after you went to Adelaide, it seems like you slowly got in your accent back, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Oh, that physics class was go today.
Do you still contact any BIH friends that you do via like any social media?
I talked to Ismail a fair bit. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ismail and Arrow, but he's left
Mm.
now. He's gone to Manila.
Hmm.
And then I've recently got added to some sort of group. I don't even know what it is, but it's got Manav and Oliver and all them. So I still keep in touch with a fair few, and Lewis from time to time. So
That's
yeah,
great to
or
hear,
a fair few of them. Yeah.
man. Well, Harry, I want to get started. In Live, Laugh, and Love, we talk about like life stories and experiences. Could you share anything that has been monumental in your whole life? It could be anything. It could be
Oh
like as
geez.
simple as learning a bicycle. Could you share some light on that, please?
Oh, that's difficult. Um, I reckon of probably I reckon when we made the grant. So back in what would it have been? 2016, maybe 2017. Me and my AFL team, we were playing a game, and it was us. We finished in fourth place and got into the finals, and we were playing first. Who'd we'd lost by maybe 20 points, which
Hmm.
is not a lot, but still a fair bit. And we ended up winning and made it to the grand final. I'd have to say that was probably the most monumental part of my life. But then we got smashed in the grand final, but we made it there.
That's great. Just so, is the AFL like a rugby league? I'm not really sure about the AFL. Is that correct?
It's like well, football, so I was going to call it soccer, but because that's what we call
Hmm.
it here. So
Hmm.
football, rugby, what else is there? It's a bunch of whole different sports mixed into one. It's really hard to explain.
I see.
Just a lot
So
of
it's
sports
like
mixed into one, yeah.
football, rugby, and like a lot of sports mashed into when I had a little kid. It would be the AFL.
Yeah, but it's a lot different to all of them. Like that, you can't compare it to one or two sports because it's just so many
That's
mixed into
interesting.
one. Like, yeah, it's difficult to understand unless you have played it.
How do you play it first of all?
So you have a oval shaped ball.
Hmm.
So it's not a circle, but like it's an oval shape. So it bounces really strange, and you're on an oval pitch. So it's an oval. You try kick it through. So there's four sticks. There's two on the outside, smaller ones, and there's two big ones. If you kick it through the two big sticks, you get 6 points. If you kick it between the big and the small, you get one. If you kick it outside, the other team's ball technically. And so
I
it's just
see.
most points wins pretty much 20, 25 minute quarters. So
Are you
yeah.
like dropping this ball or like is on the ground with you?
So you can handball it, which is when you pretty much punch it out of your hand, pretty much. So you have it in your hand, I'll jump down, and you just punch it out. Or you can kick
Ooh,
it, like you drop it, so it's all in your hands, and you can drop the ball and then kick it from your feet, or from your hands. That's the
okay.
main two ways of getting it around, pretty much. And then
Sounds like
you
real
have to
fun.
Yeah, and then you have to bounce it every 15 steps or it's a free kick. Lots of rules. It's very confusing, but yeah, great sport.
Glad you're still doing your sports activities. Harry, I
Yeah,
wanted to know, last time I saw you, you had like a lot of hair and it was so cool. I saw a
yeah,
picture of you the other day and you were like shaved, and I think you're going to like a Christian school or like a religious school. I want
yeah,
to know what
correct. Yeah.
happened to that hair, man. What happened to that hair? Like, did you like shave it
Well,
off or like?
the rules for the school that I go to now was I wasn't allowed to have it on my collar, sitting on my collar, because it
Oh,
looks grubby. So it was either cut it or tie it up, and I'd rather cut it than tie it up. So I shaved it.
mm,
Not shaved it, I still had maybe that much on the top, and then the rest of it shaved. But I'm starting to grow it back out again, but I reckon I'll get it cut pretty soon as well.
I see. Yeah, you
Yeah,
were
it's
really
getting a
cool
bit
that hair.
annoying now.
Is it annoying
Yeah,
now?
it was. Not
I see.
annoying as such. I suppose you could call it annoying. You just have to do a lot with it to make it look presentable. It's the only thing, really.
Presentable. I see.
Yeah,
Harry, I remember you were a goalkeeper back in our school. You were pretty good,
I
and
was. Yeah.
I want to know: are you still pursuing goalkeeper as a thing, or you're like retired now? Did you hang up the boots? What's going on with that?
Nah, oh, I tried to play it back here, but I just didn't really enjoy it as much. I started playing
Mm,
AFL again, and I'd almost forgotten how much I'd enjoyed it, so I pretty much just dropped goalkeeping, and now I'm only playing footy or AFL. So yeah,
I see. That's
but
great.
yeah, nah.
Harry, so we talked about, moment, a monumental period of your life. I want to know what's an episode, like an experience you had where you actually learned a lot more than you expected you would.
Honestly, that our separate science class, honestly, I learned a lot more than I thought I would. In that science class, we had great teachers, and just that whole period, I I just learnt so much, and it actually helped me so much in Australia as well because we were learning the same things pretty much again, and it was great because I'd already learnt it. I didn't realize how much I'd learnt until I had to revise it, and then I just knew everything. So that was really good. I loved that science class.
That's great. You mentioned something that's really interesting. You said like year 12 is like the last year for you guys. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So what's after year 12? Is it straight into college and or university?
Depends on the person. So I mainly want to go straight into uni or college,
Hmm.
but some people may take a gap year, go traveling. Some people may go straight into apprenticeship. It just varies on the person. I know a couple people who aren't even doing year 12 because they're going straight into an apprenticeship.
I
So
see.
yeah, it depends on the person.
Hmm. That's cool. Is there like a big myth about Australia that people misunderstand a lot? For example, like I might think of it, but it's not actually a thing.
Yeah, there's a fair few. There's a lot of misconceptions about Australia. Number one would be, oh, what would it be? The accent. A lot of people think the accent's much stronger than it is. You
Mhm.
hear those words, shrimp on the, all of them. It's
Yeah,
not as strong for a lot of people, so the accent would definitely be up there. And like you said, the sharks and the spiders and the snakes. People think in Australia they're everywhere. I don't think I've seen a snake or really a spider, many spiders since I've been back for what would it be? Over a year now. So yeah,
I see. A lot of misconceptions, huh?
yes, crazy.
Is it also true like you guys have like a zoo specifically for like Steve Irwin and stuff, like to just commemorate his work?
That is true. I've never been there. That's up in Sydney. I've never
Hmm.
I've actually been there from what I can remember. But no, he does have a zoo dedicated to him, and I'm pretty sure that his son runs it pretty much, which is pretty cool.
I see. Well, Harry, I want to talk about more about your life in general. I want to know who has been the most influential person in your life, because it may depend on people. Just want to know who might have assisted you or made you see something that you might not seen it without their help.
Oh, mum and dad, definitely. They're the first two that come to mind. Mum and dad,
Hmm.
definitely. Yeah.
That's great.
Anyone else? A lot of teachers. Mr. Crittenden.
Hmm.
A few of my teachers here as well, but mum and dad are the first two that popped to mind.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Harry, I want to know what are the best Australian snacks that I must try if I visit Australia sometime.
If you come to Australia, you definitely have to try, and you'll have to search these up. Cheese and bacon shapes.
Hold up.
So good.
Cheese and bacon shapes.
Yeah,
Cheese
so
and
good.
bacon shapes. So shapes, these are crackers, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oven. Whoa, these look really good. Okay. Cheese and bacon
Yeah, so
shapes.
cheese
What?
and bacon
Mm-hmm.
shapes as well. There's pizza shapes.
Oh, wow.
Shapes are really good just in general. There's about 10, 15 flavors. They're all amazing.
Oh wow,
Um, Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
Tim
I had
Tams are
them. They're
really
really
good.
good. Yep,
Yeah, they are
really
really good.
good.
What else? There's lots of good lollies over here. Like, what do they call them there now? Candy.
I see.
Such as like, there's this brand named Allen's. Allen's makes some really good lollies.
Allen's lollies.
Yeah, they make. So there's snakes.
Oh
There's just the
wow.
party mix. Oh, they're really nice. Yeah. So if you
If you
come to
if you
Australia,
Mhm.
Shapes and Allen's. They're the
Shapes and
two main, I
Allen's.
reckon.
Good to hear that. Do you have like a ranking of like all your favorite snacks? Like if I had one snack I had for the rest of my life, I'm gonna have this snack, then this snack, then this snack.
Oh, so cheese and bacon shapes would be one,
Oh wow. Yeah.
definitely. Cheese and
Mm.
bacon shapes would be one. Um, to be honest, Vegemite and cheese shapes would probably be number two.
Vegemite
They're
cheese
banging.
shapes. Oh wow.
Hey, don't
Hmm.
diss them until you try it. They're actually insane. Number three probably be just the party mix Allen's lollies, I reckon. They're just
Hmm.
versatile, all types of lollies in there. Like, lovely. Those would be my three, definitely.
Oh wow. Vegemite cheese shapes, correct?
Mm, yeah, that's
What is
correct.
Vegemite specifically? Because I had Vegemite without knowing it. Because I have a really bad experience with Vegemite. My first impression wasn't really good. Could you tell me what like Vegemite is?
So it's just a very strong sort of condiment which you'll put on your toast.
Hmm.
So the perfect way to do it, toast, butter, and then light butter on the toast, and then it actually tastes alright. As soon as you put too much, no good, too strong. If you put
I
the
see.
perfect amount, Vegemite's amazing, and it's
That's
got to be
perfect.
on
Okay.
something. Can't be by itself. Ooh.
So it's toast, bit of butter, like slightly put some Vegemite. Not too much, but not too little.
Yeah, light drizzle.
Nice. Light drizzle. I see. Okay. Well, Harry, I want to know. I remember you used to be interested in basketball, correct? I used to be in the cricket club with you, and you were great. I was trying to get the hang of it too. You were a great bowler, I remember. Oh no, you still playing cricket right now?
Little bit.
Little
Um,
bit.
I'm not enjoying it as much, but yeah, still here every now and then. You don't play it in winter though, so I haven't played it in eight
Oh,
months. It's only a summer sport, so yeah,
so
haven't
is
played it for
footy
a
like an
while.
all season sport?
Footy's winter.
Winter only. So you switch from footy to cricket, then back to foot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Harry, I want to know: is there anything in your mind that's bothering you a lot about life, or something that you just want to share, to the audience? Something that you've noticed about life, which is pretty. Well, Harry. Well, I want to talk about more deeper questions. First question is, we all have different lives, correct? You may do whatever
Yeah,
you want to do. I may do whatever I want to do. My question is, what do you think the purpose of life is? Do you think life is an opportunity for me to perform whatever I want to do? Life is something where I meet more people. Life is where I make a lot of money. What is life to you, Harry?
I reckon life is about having fun, meeting new people, and just enjoying yourself while you can.
Hmm.
Really, yeah. No, just live your best life while you can, because you're not going to be around forever. So there's no point in holding back.
Just going for it.
Yeah, go with the flow.
It's great to hear. Harry, you mentioned about having no opportunities. Has there been a point where you hesitated a lot, but after doing so, you realize that you hesitate for no reason and actually just going for it was the best idea?
When I first went to Vietnam, I was very reluctant about joining Fox football.
Hmm.
That was I didn't. My parents were trying to get convince me to do it for years, I reckon 2 years they tried to convince me, and then I finally did it and I enjoyed it, and I was like, "Well, I don't know why I hesitated for so long." Like, I made so many new friends from all that. I was like, "Why didn't I do this before?" That's probably the main one that I can think of.
That's really interesting. Well, Harry, are there any moments in your life where you actually thought it would have been a good idea, but you realized that it wasn't the best, and what do you learn from it?
Oh, every now and then, like, um, last year, half or end of what would have been a couple years back, I got the offer to come back to Australia 6 months early so I could start the school year at the start, which I said no to at the time. I thought I might as well just finish off the school year.
Hmm.
That it like, obviously, I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't have stayed, but I think that that's probably the main thing is why didn't I go? Because it would have been much easier now. I would have been used to it and all that, but
Hmm.
I never know what could have happened, so it's not something that I regret as such, but something is what would have happened if I had have gone.
That's interesting. Harry, so you mentioned a lot about, you know, having these opportunities and stuff like that, but I want to know specifically, we all have to do tests and exams, and it's a normal thing of life. As a student, we got to do these things. It's what we do, and it's how we mark our progress. I want to know, how do you overcome setbacks, academic setbacks specifically?
I think just n not focusing on what you got, like, if you get a bad grade, like, so be it. It's gonna happen. Just focus in your classes and you'll get back to where you wanna be eventually. If you work hard, even if you get a bad grade here or then, if you work hard to get back, then you get it back. So it's just about working hard, pushing back. Yeah.
That's really nice. Well, Harry, I want to know specifically about you. I mean, when I was with you and your partner, you've always were enthusiastic, always happy. I didn't know, I couldn't tell if you had a bad day, a good day. I want to know, are you someone that's sensitive to how you feel? For example, if you're angry, you somehow express yourself you're angry, or do you try to keep it to yourself?
Here and then, like, obviously, I don't want to get angry at you. Like, if I'm angry, you don't want to get angry at the wrong person. So
Hmm.
it's not that I ball it up and don't think about it, but I try and act happy for others and then let it all out later, mainly.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, and I think balling it up and keeping it inside is never good, but I think also showing it to the wrong people is also not good. So you just got to know the time to do it.
That's, yeah, especially your mental health. That's not a really good thing. Like, if do you
Yeah,
think, are you the
absolutely.
type of person, are you the type of person that, is going to go straight up to a teacher if you're not feeling good, or if you want to talk something out, or you seem like to be the person of it, but you know are there moments in time where you sometimes bowl it in yourself?
I won't bowl it in, but I would never go to a teacher if I wasn't feeling well.
No.
No, I don't think it wouldn't be a teacher as such. Maybe a parent, a friend,
Hmm.
maybe as well, but not specifically. Nah, like just you can always work through it by yourself, but having people there is always good at some times. But yeah, if you can get through it by yourself, then you might as well.
Hmm. Harry, you know let's talk about movies, because we all love movies, and movies make us happy or sad. Well, no, could you give us your all-time ranking of your favorite movies?
Oh, geez, that's difficult. Um, can I do movies and TV shows? Broaden it up a
Sure,
bit.
go ahead.
So I'll just name the five. That won't be in order because that's difficult. But one, Brooklyn Nine-Nine would definitely be there.
Hmm.
I always like that show. Any of the Harry Potters. except for the sixth one. That was terrible. But the Harry Potter series, I actually just recently rewatched it, and they are so good.
Hmm.
What else would be there? Stranger Things, that's very good as well.
Stranger Things.
Um, Grown Ups, either one of them, they're good at really good as well. The Hangovers, have you watched The Hangovers?
No, what's it about?
It's basically about these four dudes who go on different adventures, and they basically get blackout drunk, and then they can't remember, and they need to try solve the puzzles, even though they don't remember anything. They try solve the puzzles to get where they need to go. No, but they're really well created. They're really cool. Recommend,
Sounds like
definitely.
real fun. I'll make sure to watch it, Harry.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Well, Harry, it seems like you're a big fan of movies and TV shows. I want to know if you could meet an actor and actress one day, who would it
Oh,
be, and what would you ask them?
oh, that'd be tough. Um, that's tough. I think Tom Holland would be up there.
Hmm.
Tom Holland would be up there. He's pretty cool. And I'd ask him, what's it like being Spider-Man? That'd be
Hmm.
pretty cool. I'd like to know that. Obviously, it'd be very physically challenging on him, but I'd ask him, is it worth it? All of that.
Hmm.
Um, Another one. Who else would I want? Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool.
He. I'd ask him, how's he so funny? Because he's so funny. Love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler, definitely. I love Adam Sandler.
Ooh, that's a good one, Adam Sandler. Well, Harry.
I don't know what I'd ask him, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough. Harry, have you ever see yourself in like a play or a drama?
No,
No, you're not.
no, never. I'd never do it. No, that's not my type of thing. I don't
Um,
reckon.
so, do you don't like it
No,
because of the attention, the people, the stress? What's it about?
I just don't think it's a thing for me. I think
Mm,
I don't know. Just probably the attention's probably there, but it's just not my type of thing. To be honest, I've never really been interested in it.
I see. Fair enough. Fair enough. Harry, so there's a lot of Australian actors and actresses. I want to know, is there is there one that every Australian knows and just loves? Like it's like a national icon?
Hugh Jackman, probably.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman would probably be there. Yeah, everyone knows Hugh Jackman. Everyone loves Hugh Jackman. Just has very wide range of movies and just yeah, he's a great actor.
What's your favorite Hugh Jackman's movie?
I haven't watched it, but no doubt it'd be Deadpool Wolverine. I haven't
Mm,
watched it, but I'm pretty sure that'd be the
I heard it's a good
yeah.
movie. It's a good movie, apparently. I haven't
So
watched that
have
either.
I. Yeah, I want to watch. Yeah, it's definitely on the list.
It's full of humor, apparently. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Harry, so we talked about life. We talked about transition from here to Adelaide. We talked about sports. I want to talk about you and and you overall. What's something that we don't know about you, Harry? Something that you want to
Oh,
share with
jeez.
us.
I don't know, to be honest. You'd probably know this, but a lot of people probably wouldn't know that I've lived in all but two states in Australia, I think, that count.
No, really?
So
I'm not sure.
four out
Did
of
you tell me
six
this?
done. I don't know, probably not. It's not something I go around saying, but yeah, I lived in four out of six states
Oh
so
wow.
far. Yeah.
What are the four?
So there's South Australia, which is Adelaide.
Mm-hmm.
There's Victoria, which is Melbourne, and then Tasmania. So that's a little island down the bottom.
Hmm.
and Darwin, which is Northern Territory, right up the top. But doesn't really count because that's where I was born, but I was only there for 2 weeks before we came to Adelaide. But I'll
I
take
see.
it.
That's pretty cool. Well,
Yeah.
Harry, it seems like you've gone to a lot of different places in Australia, etc., etc., etc. Apart from Adelaide, has there been a city that sparked you some and it told you like, hey, this is like my city. I love this city. Is there a city in Australia you could share with us, please?
Oh, definitely Melbourne. Melbourne's great.
Melbourne.
Very busy. They're always busy. Not as busy as Ho Chi Minh, but always busy, packed. But you just meet so many different people, which is really great. I met so many people. Some of them I still talk to. So
Glad to hear that. Harry, I want to know because,
yeah.
like I said, I've never been to Australia. If you could describe the differences between Sydney and Melbourne, how would you describe and differentiate them?
Um, Sydney would probably be more packed, more people in
Hmm.
a smaller sort of area. Sydney would be much more expensive, I reckon. Um, yeah, but Sydney's a lot more. There's a lot more attractions for tourists in Sydney, whereas Melbourne, it's a lot of shopping and no, there's a few attractions here and there, but it's a lot about shopping. Whereas Sydney has Luna Park, which is a theme park. It has
Hmm.
Opera House, Sydney Harbour Bridge, so many things for tourists to go look at.
That's great. Well, Harry, is there because you told me about footy and I wanted to talk about this, but as a swimmer, I have my own playlist when I'm training or like when I'm about to compete. What's in Harry's playlist? Harry's motivation playlist or Harry's like normal
Oh,
playlist? A few songs you can share with us, please.
I actually have a look real quick. See, for footy, it's pretty difficult because footy's all about running and jumping and all that, so it's hard to listen to
Okay.
music while you're training it. But you can always have the pump up stuff. There's a lot of different stuff on here. Um, we've got some Dancing Queen ABBA,
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Him,
That's nice.
Hum for the Weekend, Coldplay. That's a good song.
Another good one.
Um, even some Burning Love by Elvis Presley. It's a good
Ooh,
song.
Elvis Presley. Mm-hmm.
Uptown Girl, Billy Joel. This is the stuff I've been listening to recently. And we got some
That's cool.
Give Me Everything, Pitbull. A lot of that sort
Cool.
of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of Mac Miller.
That's cool. Like you got like a whole assortment of like different periods and times of that's pretty cool.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, my playlist. I think it's almost 24 hours long now, just from songs that I like. So yeah, there's a fair few of them.
I see. Harry, I want to know this because when I was with you in BRS, you seem to be like someone who's like open to try new things, experience new things. I want to know if you had the opportunity, right, to have a country, like find a country, what would you name it as, and what would your national animal be?
Ooh. I don't know what I'd name it. That's a very difficult question. No idea what I'd name it, but I reckon the national animal. Ooh, I'd like a little little chipmunk or something. One of them ones.
Chipmunk.
Squirrel,
That
chipmunk, meerkat maybe. One of them.
meerkats. Those are pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well,
Mm.
Harry, we just talked about meerkats, and I want to ask you, what's an animal that reflects your personality, but might not? And so, an animal that reflects your personality, and an animal that reflects to your values, for example. Like, for example, me, I value someone who enjoys a lot of quality time. So I would consider my personality to be like a bear, but I would consider myself as a panda because sometimes I make stupid mistakes like falling down a bamboo tree. I want to know if you could describe yourself in animals, what animals would you describe it to yourself?
So I reckon my personality would be similar to oh, let me search up some animals real quick.
Take your time.
Dog would probably be up there, just there for a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, my laptop's not very responsive. Um, yeah, probably my personality. I reckon it'd be a dog, just there to have some fun, always there, always happy.
Mm-hmm.
But personality traits. Uh, Someone who likes to be around people, loves to be around someone,
Loves to be around people.
loves a good time, loves to just chill out. So I actually don't know what that would correspond to.
Like a social animal, like penguins.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. I reckon a
Penguins.
penguin would be up there. Just very
Always happy.
social, there to have a good
Mm,
time. Yeah, always happy.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Are you a car guy by any chance, Harry?
Little bit, not a whole lot, but like I'm more into racing to be honest
Racing, like
than
F1 and
cars.
stuff, or MotoGP,
I love Formula One. Yeah,
Formula. Who's your favorite driver?
Oscar Piastri.
Fair, yeah, I kind of suspected that. Fair enough.
Let
So
no, actually, it'd probably be Daniel first, Daniel
Daniel
Ricciardo,
first.
then Oscar Piastri, then Lando Norris. Lando Norris, I
Fair,
love
fair
Lando.
enough. But I assume you're like your team McLaren all day.
100%.
So fair enough. Fair enough. What's your favorite track apart from Australia? That's the one in Australia.
Abu Dhabi. No, not
Ooh,
Abu Dhabi.
no,
It'd be Jeddah.
Jeddah. That was what I was about to say too. Jeddah is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very quick, very, very skillful, definitely. Yeah, I love
Har-
that's a really cool one.
Harry, if you could open a track anywhere around the world, where would you open one?
Adelaide.
You want to open one in Adelaide?
There
That's
used
pretty
to be a
cool.
Formula One track here, but they got rid of it to go to Melbourne, so I'd definitely
Oh,
reopen
really?
the Adelaide one. Yeah,
Get one back on the calendar for
that'd
Adelaide,
be sick.
Australia. That's pretty
100%.
cool. What team would you be racing for if you had like an option to race for any team?
Ooh. Or if I could choose any team, I'd go McLaren.
McLaren.
I would
Who's
go
your
McLaren, yeah.
who's your driver pair? Who's your teammate going to be?
Oh, out of the current grid?
It could be, yeah. We could, let's put in some old names. Like they could like come back out of retirement if they wanted to. Anybody, like any period of time.
Oh, either Daniel Carter, or Sebastian Vettel. Either one.
Ooh, that's sounds like a lot of fun.
Daniel would definitely be number one though. He seems like he seems just fun as to be around.
Hmm. Exactly. Well, Harry, first of all, thank you so much for your time. It was so
Oh,
good to
no
have
worries.
you. I
Yeah,
am
good
aware
to
it's
be
getting
on
late,
here.
and yeah, before we end, I give a time to my guests to ask questions they always wanted to ask me, and I wanted to know: is there questions you want to ask before we end the show?
I wanted to ask, what have you picked for IB?
Uh,
I
what
want
do
to
you
know the career path.
what do you think, Harry? Straight off the bat,
I
you
reckon you
knowing
picked
me,
physics. I reckon you picked physics. Um,
that's correct. Physics HL,
Maths.
correct. HL,
I reckon you went English as well.
that was SL. You're missing one HL.
Ooh. What? Do you want to be an engineer by any chance?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
sort of the career path? Oh yeah, what do they need for that? I couldn't tell you to be honest.
Chemistry, chemistry HL.
Oh, of course.
Hmm.
Who's the teachers? Who's the teachers for it?
So for my physics new teacher, no clue, but hey, I'm open to talking to new people and finding out new teachers, so it's a plus. For chemistry, I have
Nice.
Miss Waterhouse. Miss Waterhouse is gonna be
Oh,
teaching me again.
she's the best chemistry tech. She's good.
Very nice. She's so kind, so kind. And for maths, I have Miss Heeks, which new teacher, and yes, cannot wait for her classes. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Is Miss Higgs new? I remember her from when I was
No
there.
clue. I think you were here when yeah, Miss Heeks was still here when you left.
You must not have had her. I've never had her though, so I couldn't tell you
No.
anything about her.
Hmm.
No, but that's good. What about for English?
English is Miss Loris. I might butcher Miss Lorison, new teacher. It sounds like we're gonna have a lot of fun in the next 2 years. So not, it's gonna be
No,
another class I expect. Not expect to look
nice.
forward to. And I'm taking Chinese B as a language, and I'm also taking business. So it's gonna be a jam-packed 2 years. But hey, I look forward to every class. And yeah,
What, what's business? What do you do in business?
like the
Is like
content we do in
economics?
business. No, like business and economics are split. So like economics is more of numbers, I'm assuming, and business is more like how you operate one or like
Okay,
yeah.
I see. And what was the other one?
Chinese SL, Chinese as a second language.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Hmm.
Yeah, I never got into that language stuff. No,
No, you're a language
not for
guy.
me.
I
Nah,
see.
not for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hmm. Excited? Are you excited for IB?
Absolutely. Hey, we got 2 years left. And after these 2 years, I'm going to be looking back at this podcast. It could be this podcast episode. It could be the
That's
experiences I
true.
had in Quignon. Like we had this amazing photo. I think it was a group photo of
Oh, I
Quignon.
know that one.
That that
At the
is
end,
what I
I
hold,
have that.
hold up. It is so
Yeah, I'm
dope.
trying to find it as
I'm
well.
hold up. That
Was
I
it the
look back to that too. The one on the Polaroid.
Yeah, that one's sick as. That one's such a cool photo.
Hold up, trying to find it.
It's a race.
Hmm. I found it. Hold up. Wait, is it here?
Was it?
I have it right here, Harry.
Yeah, that's the one. That's such a good photo. I love
Focus.
that photo so much.
This, yeah.
That's
Well, it's not
such a
focused on,
cool
but
photo.
this photo was so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I look
I
back to
love
those
that photo.
moments. Yeah, I just
Quinnon
look
was
forward to
so
next
good.
2 years. Hmm.
Yeah, I remember when I got the news I was going to Quignon because I wanted to go to Switzerland,
Hmm.
and I was a bit disappointed. I was like, "Oh, Quignon," but that was such a good camp. There was so many
It
good
was a
people
lot
in
of
it as
fun.
well.
Blood,
That was
sweat, and
such a good
tears.
camp.
Literally blood, sweat, and
Yeah.
tears.
Oh, that hike was so bad. Oh,
Nuts.
that
The
hike was
tents
so
too.
average.
It was such a good experience though.
Oh, on the beach.
My back was hurting the next
Sleeping on the
day.
beach. Yeah,
uh,
legit. We were in the same dorm, weren't we, as well, I reckon.
yeah. We're not bunk
Who
buddies,
was
but we're
in
in the
it? It
same
was
dorm. Yeah.
me, you, Manav. Was it? Was Manav?
Alex. We
Oh,
had the
yeah,
two
sorry, I
Alexes,
know.
and Alex came, and we had Faraz. Did we have
Which
Joel in our
which
room?
Alex did we? Storiano and who?
Both, both Serena and Kim, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I reckon we did have Joel as well.
Hmm.
That was a
It
really
was
good
pretty
trip.
fun.
Hmm. Also, who else has been on the pod?
Well, no, we had episode one. Yahan was on. I told her that you were on. She was so excited. So text
Yeah,
her. Like
right.
she's gonna be so happy about it. We've been talking to each other about like you be on a show, and it is crazy. It's so good to see you. Like I remember I was
Yeah,
supposed
oh,
to
it's
meet you,
crazy.
but like I had like a swim meet going on. I couldn't meet you on time before you left, so that was such a big bummer. But I just want to tell you, if you
Yeah,
do
I
visit
know.
Vietnam, it is my absolute pleasure to bring you around school. If you need anything, if you're visiting Vietnam, hit me up. It'll be my pleasure to
That
have you.
sounds sick. Yeah, I'm hoping to go. I don't know for sure, but I'd love to go after year 12. So year and a
That's
bit,
great.
I'd love to come back. You halfway through year 13 all you, so come bother
We'll
you.
see you then. It's
Hopefully,
okay.
hopefully.
hmm And episode 2, we had Chase. Chase, I told Chase about
I
you.
love
He was
Chase.
also hyped about it. And then episode 3, we had Kangman. Absolutely. Harry, do you have any other questions you want to ask me right now, or you think you're done?
I reckon that's all good. I reckon how you, actually, one more. How
Mhm.
you feeling about IB school
Oh,
coming to the end of it? How you
I'm gonna
feeling?
be on. I'm gonna be
Bit,
honest with you, Harry. Uh, I'm scared, but like I'm excited for it. I'm the type of person that goes head on with something I'm afraid of, and I like you mentioned early on. I'm someone who just takes opportunities, and whether they go well or bad, I learn from them, and that's the most important thing. And I'm
yeah,
scared right
bloody
now,
oath,
but
that's sick.
I think that's exciting. Being scared, being uncomfortable with my surroundings. I love it. It's something I want to experience more. And hey, it's gonna be a fun 2 years. It's not gonna be easy. No one said it was gonna be easy, but yeah, we'll power through it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Cannot wait to get
Yeah,
started.
bloody oath, you'd be silly not to be nervous, eh? Bloody oath, IB.
hmm Absolutely. Well, if that's everything else, if you're done, just want to say thank you, Harry. It's getting late in Adelaide right now. I'm aware of the time, so I'm trying to get this done quick. But thank you so much, Harry,
Nah,
for
don't
coming
worry
onto the
about
show.
that.
Thank you so much for coming onto the show. I hope the audience, as much as I did, learned a lot about Harry and what Adelaide is like and what Australia is like. And yeah, if please make sure to drop it a review. Your reviews, your comments, they make our content quality get much better. Wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, hit the like button, share it to as many people as you can. Subscribe. It makes these small things make a big difference in who reaches these videos and podcast episodes. And I'm your host, David, and this was Harry. Thank you so much, everybody. That was the 4th episode. See you next week.